obey your command. You can win more than 20 grand on Card Sharks. And here's the host of Card Sharks, Jim Perry.
Thank you. Good to see you. Welcome. Thank you. Welcome at home. Thank you for joining us. What a way to start things off. I must say, this may be my favorite poem sent in by someone in the audience. Really, it's excellent. Hilbert Turner, Jr. of Bowie, Maryland. Thank you, Hilbert, for sending in that opening poem. Now let's open the board and get to the cards. Janice and Bettine, if you will, load in the cards, please. You can see we have a game in progress with these Card Sharks. Jeff Wine, our champion.
How you doing, Jim?
Boy, was this poem ever prophetic with you? You can win more than 20 grand because Jeff Wine has won over $27,300 on Card Sharks.
Thank you, Jim.
How did your fiancée take that when you told her the news?
She didn't believe it.
She didn't believe it?
She didn't believe it. We had to bring her down here today.
Oh, so she's here with you today?
Yes.
Isn't that... Now do you believe it? He won over $27,000? Yes? She's still not going to acknowledge it, Jeff. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Our challenger is Annie Mezzacapa.
Hi, Jim.
Annie. Good to see you.
Nice to meet you, too.
And would you remind us about yourself?
Yes, my name is Annie Mezzacapa. I'm from Santa Ana, California. I'm a law student about to enter my final semester of law studies, and I'm working in the legal division of a major department store.
Good. Nice to have you back. Good luck to both of you. Each player has a deck of 52 playing cards. They're shuffled. The players cut them before we go on the air. Jeff, the champion, plays the upper cards, the red cards. Annie, the challenger, the lower cards, the blue cards. And as you can see, Jeff needs 4 cards to win the game. Annie needs only 2. But Jeff leads 1 game to nothing in the best 2 out of 3 match. So with a 2-card advantage, the pressure is still on Annie. As we left off, the question goes to you, Jeff. We asked 100 married women, have you ever yelled at your husband so long and so loud that you actually lost your voice? How many married women said, oh yeah, they had?
Oh, I think some of them had. I think they can get that perturbed with them, but I don't think that it'd be that high. I say about 28.
28 have lost their voice from screaming at the husband, Annie.
I've lost my voice without screaming at a husband before when I'm angry, so it's got to be higher.
Even higher than that.
It has to be higher than that.
If it is higher, Annie, you'll go to the board first. If not, it'll be Jeff. The actual number of married women who have yelled at their husbands so long and so loud they actually lost their voice is 26, not higher, Jeff. Boy, Jeff, you had it almost on the button.
Jim, let's do it.
We left off with an ace.
I like that ace. It's going to be lower.
Lower than an ace? Yes, with a queen.
Right, like that lady, it's going to be lower again.
Lower than a queen. Oh, no, another ace. Not lower. You lose both of those cards, and Annie gets a free chance to play off the 8. You can't change it. You didn't win the question, Annie.
I'm going to try lower on the 8.
Lower
Please.
than an 8? No, it's a 10. Couldn't take advantage of it. We'll fill in the spaces, and we'll go to the 4th and final question. It is sudden death. Someone has to win with this play of the cards. Annie, we asked 100 mothers who have 10 or more children. Do you have more than 1 refrigerator? How many mothers of 10 said they do?
Well, that's a refrigerator. More than 1 refrigerator.
Yes, they have 10 or more children.
Even with 10 or more children, I don't think they'd have more than 1 refrigerator. I think that's going to be rather low. I will say 15.
15 with 10 or more children have more than 1 refrigerator, Jeff.
No, Jim, I think they got a big, long grocery list, and they got another refrigerator. I say it's higher.
Higher than that?
Higher.
This will decide that all-important control. The actual number of mothers with 10 or more children who have more than 1 refrigerator is 44.
Right.
Very much higher, Jeff.
All right.
Well, we've got an interesting situation in sudden death, Jeff. You need 4 cards. Annie needs only 2. You've got an ace. She has an 8. Your decision. Play it or pass it.
I have too many cards to turn over. I'm going to give it to Annie.
Okay.
Annie, this is it. He leads 1-0. You've got to turn them both over to tie up the match. 1 mistake, and he retains the championship. With an 8, call this. I'm sorry, Annie?
I think that I will try lower.
Lower. Lower than an 8? No, it's another 10. It's not. In sudden death, Jeff wins again. That's tough when you're looking at that 8. You can go either way. Annie, thank you. Good luck with the law studies.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Annie Mezzacapa. Come on down here, Jeff. And you're going to try to add to your total of over $27,000.
Oh, this is great, Jim.
I hope you can keep up the good work right after this commercial message. We're back with our champion, Jeff Wine, and they'll root you on again. You're doing great.
This is incredible, Jim. I'm having the best time.
Hey, you've had a couple of good money cards. The last one was not so good, but you're still up there with over $27,000. You can double it right now. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's turn those cards.
Let's open the board. Get to the money cards. Come on up there, Jeff. That's an exciting prospect when you think about it, that you could double that amount of money if the cards fell right. And again, you won $200 in the game. We give you that money, and now you've got new money to play with and brand new cards. $200 on the bottom level. Move up to the second level, another $200 of betting money. 3 more cards. Minimum bets of $50 till you get to the top card, the big bet, where you must bet at least half the money. You know how to do it. We can only wish you well, Jeff. Here's $200. As in the game, you have a choice of 2 base cards on the bottom level. Remember, you can change your base card when you move up to the second level, and you can change your base card before you make that big bet. Right now, you're starting with a 3.
Good card. Good card.
$200 in a 3.
$200. It's higher, Jim. 200.
All of it. $200 higher than a 3. Yes, with a 4.
Good card. Good card. $300. It's higher. $300.
$300 higher than a 4. Oh, yes, an ace.
Oh, yeah.
$700 and an ace.
All of it, the whole bundle, $700, it's lower.
$700 lower than an ace. It is, and a king, still a great card. Up goes the king. The other $200 of betting money, $1,600. You're going to play that king, I'm sure, Jeff, yes?
All of it, the whole bundle of wax, all $1,600, it's lower, Jim. Yeah. Do it for me.
All or nothing. Let's not see an ace now. $1,600 bet lower than a king. It is a queen, and still a good card at $3,200.
There's got to be some low cards in there, Jim. $3,000, it's lower. Let's get it down.
$3,000. He says lower than a queen, and he's right. 6,200 and a 6, Jeff.
$400. $400. There's still some low cards in there. I'm going against the odds. I feel lucky. Lower.
Lower than a 6. Ooh, going way against the odds with a 6. I hope you're right.
He turns the cards.
$400 bet lower than a 6. No, it's a 7. Oh, the odds are... Well, the 7 goes up, and now you've got that great opportunity to change it if you like.
The great change. Let's change it.
Okay, changing the 7. You must play this one for the big bet. A 2! With $5,800, he turns over a 2.
All of it, Jim. All of it. Be good to me. Higher, Jim. Higher.
Oh, for over $10,000. Higher than a 2. Yes! $11,600. Does your fiancé believe it now? Come on down here. Jeff, that brings your winnings to an even $39,000 in cash.
Thank you, Jim. Oh,
you are great. We'll be right back with a new challenger right after this. My goodness gracious. Back with our champion, Jeff Wine, with $39,000. I love that change, being able to change that card before you make the big bet. I'm sure you like it now.
The best rule in the game.
I'm so happy we added that. That is, you are now, Jeff, I just want you to know, the biggest money winner we have had on Card Sharks for $39,000.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you.
That is a lot of money. I must add to that sneakily, you know there are networks that will not allow you to win that much. They take you off before you won that much, and you're still here.
That's because you're so nice.
Well, can't rest on the laurels. Gotta play again.
Let's go, Jim.
2 brand new decks of cards, all shuffled and cut, and a new player on Card Sharks. Debbie Williams. Hi, Debbie. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to be here.
You ran out here like you were in a hurry to get here.
I am.
That's good. Tell us about yourself, Deb.
Well, my name's Debbie Williams, and I'm a native of Bakersfield, California, way up north, where I'm the costume mistress for the community college. I take ballet, and I'm taking tennis lessons, and I'm in the middle of hooking a rug and doing a needlepoint sampler and all kinds of things.
You're a busy lady. Costume mistress. What's the oddest costume you've ever been asked to make?
The weirdest thing I ever had to make was when I was still a student at Bakersfield College, and we had to make Japanese armor out of plastic window shades.
Oh, come out good?
They were beautiful.
Plastic window shades, huh? Super. Good. Good luck in the match, Debbie. You'll play the lower cards, the blue cards. Jeff, the champion, the upper cards, the red cards. And Jeff very nicely shakes hands and wishes you well. Now, Jeff, PS 100 married women. When your husband first proposed marriage to you, did you make him wait longer than a week before you accepted? How many women said they did make their husband wait longer than a week?
Oh, I don't think they know right away. My fiance, she said yes right away. And no, they don't wait a week. 15.
15 made the husband wait longer than a week.
Well, since I proposed, I'm going to say it's going to be lower.
Even lower than that.
Lower than that. A lot
Just
lower.
make that decision quick. The actual number of women who made their husband wait longer than a week before they accepted his proposal is 19. Not lower. Jeff was very close to it.
Good cards, Jim.
And Jeff starts off with a 7.
Let's toss that out, Jim. Let's toss it out.
And you can change it. You won the question, changing it to an 8. That's one of the
Not
few
bad.
bad changes you've had, Jeff.
Well, I've been really lucky. I don't know. I got a feeling higher, Jim.
Higher than an 8. He's right. It's a 10.
Great. Let's go lower, Jim. Let's go lower.
Gonna risk that card in this one lower. It is. It's an 8.
I think I'm ready to freeze, Jim.
Freezing it. Move over the freeze bar. Can't take those cards away from you, and that keeps Debbie away from her cards. Debbie, we asked 100 single women. If you really liked a man, but all of your friends thought he was a jerk, would you go out with him anyway? How many women said they would go out with him anyway?
Well, I'm single, and I think I'm independent enough that I would say my friends didn't know what they were talking about. I would think it would be high, so 75.
75 would go out with him anyway, even if the other friends thought he was a jerk.
I can agree with that. They gotta know him to go out with him. I'll say higher though.
Higher than that?
Yeah.
The actual number of women who would go out with a man, even though their friends thought he was a jerk, is 87. It's higher, Jeff. Winning the question, you can change that 8.
Let's get rid of it, Jim.
Changing the 8 to a queen. Good change
Like
that time.
that lady.
Lower than a queen. Yes, for the 7.
I don't know, Jim. I'm going to go for it. I'm feeling lucky. Not many low cards so far. I'm going against the odds. I'm saying lower.
Against the
Give me
odds
a
for the
low
first game of the
card.
match, lower than a 7. He did it! Oh, my goodness. Oh, he can do no wrong, Deb. Maybe the next game you'll get him. We'll be setting up for that, and it'll be coming up right after this. My goodness gracious.